Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Luann, and today I'm going to talk about the INFJ. So I already did a video where I interviewed my INFJ father, and I have a lot of people being very interested in how it would be to be an how ESTPs and INFJs get along. And I think that a lot of people would be surprised to know that it wasn't actually easy growing up. Like, I'm sure it wasn't easy for my dad to be a father to an ESTP girl, and it wasn't easy for me to be a daughter to an INFJ. So the thing that made it so very, very difficult is their first function is introverted intuition, and my last function is introverted intuition, and then my first function is extroverted sensing, and their last function is extroverted sensing. So I've always felt like it was my duty to teach my dad that he took himself way too seriously. If you don't know, INFJs are idealists, and they're very, very hard on themselves, and they're very, very hard on other people as well. I'm assuming a more mature INFJ wouldn't be so hard on other people, but I think it just comes, I think that it just makes sense that an INFJ father would be hard on his EST or any of his children, because children can easily be seen as an extension of yourself. And so yeah, so one of the hardest things that my dad had to deal with me is that my dad always wanted to do things very, very perfectly. And if you've watched any of my videos or any of my content, you know that I'm just a mess. I do things by being a mess, and I actually get places in life. Like, I can accomplish things, and I have always been able to. The biggest thing that my dad, I think, has always felt is that to be in relationships, you need to be perfect. And I've always been pretty good. People just love me for who I am, and they have from very early on. And I think that was always surprising to my dad. Teachers and people that were in charge of me didn't like me so much because I never listened to authority until my ENTP teacher taught me how to be respectful. But so those people often didn't love me, but my friends always loved me. And I was always so frustrated that my dad couldn't see that despite the fact that I wasn't perfect, I was still accomplishing things, and I was still getting places. And then also I had a little bit of a feeling of arrogance, like, no, you are such an asshole, and you are telling me I have to be perfect for you to love me, and yet other people are loving me, and I'm showing you how I'm doing it, and you can't even get out of your own head enough to realize what I'm doing. So what I really love about my ENTP friends and my INTP friends that I've had in my life is that they can watch me be a mess, and they can watch and see what I'm doing, and they will even say, I see what you're doing, and they can appreciate the messy way I go about life. Whereas ENFJs do not like it at all. And my father is not the only INFJ. Hopefully I've been saying INFJ throughout this video. Is not the only INFJ I've had in my life that I just am like nails on a chalkboard to INFJs, because I just do not do things. I'm just not perfect enough for them. I say the wrong things. I do the wrong things. I look the wrong way. Like, I just have, the things we value in life are so very, very different. And I think, to me, it feels like INFJs have a very cruel side to them, which I know that it's just that I think that they do have a very cruel side. I think that the introverted intuition can be extremely cruel. I think that it's cruel to the people that have it as their first functions. Like, my dad just had such self-loathing all of his life. I have an INTJ sister, and she is just brutal with herself. She is so hard on herself, but then she's also ridiculously hard on other people. It's really difficult to be in a relationship with her because she just is so cutting. Like, that introverted intuition is such a cutting, cruel, judging, function. But it's also wonderful because both my dad and my sister, unlike any of my other siblings, they can do exactly what they set out to do. And I mean, it's so hard for me not to be hard on the INFJ right now and on my INTJ sister. It's one of the very few personality types that I just have a hard time. I've researched it a lot, and to figure out how to be better in relationships with those types. But I find it so very, very difficult. And especially, yeah, both of them. I don't know which one is more difficult to be in a relationship with, my father or my sister. My sister is really sweet. Like, if I ever like have issue that needs to be researched or whatever, I love to go to her and talk about it because she loves helping me solve my problem. She very much loves me and she wants to show it, but like for us to bond, it's very, very difficult. I get so triggered by that introverted intuition function. And then I also wonder, no, well, my sister, I have introverted feeling blind spot, so I don't have inherent morals. Like, I just make up my mind on things I want to do by logic and by thinking things through. Her blind spot is extroverted feeling, and it's my child function. So I think that that's also very triggering. I don't know. But my dad has done some very, very brave things in his life. So in my ENTP video, I talk about how my teacher wanted to fail me, and when I was in 2nd grade, because I refused to do the schoolwork because I thought it was stupid how schools were set up, and I just, at that point, I'd not been taught how to be respectful at all, and I was just like, just not interested at all in listening. And my dad was like, no, you can't fail her because she's not stupid, she's just lazy. And then he also, my entire family left the Amish when I was 15, and he lost all his family for a while. Like, it was such a brave thing to do, but he so was committed to the cause that he believed in, that he was willing to take that scary, brave step and do that. So, I mean, definitely INFJs have a very great spot in the world. I just have a difficult time getting along with them, and I think that they very much have a hard time dealing with me. And I think it's my not imperfectionist. But yeah, so that's it. If you've made it to the end of this video and you like me at all, please like and subscribe. Yeah, take care. Bye.